Okay, today I'm on a fishing expedition. The letterhead, them are the breadcrumbs, that's obvious. The subject today is Vise angle blocks. Alright? I want to know if other people have the same uh, thought process as I do. I want to talk about these angle blocks. I got two visuals here, two types of angle blocks. Alright? They use them for a multitude of reasons, right? Mostly inspection, I would guess. I'm talking about them only in a vise. How you would do them, how you would use them in the milling machine vise. That's what my subject is about. All right. I got, I'd like to know if anybody has the same opinion as I do, or if they live in the same world that I live in. Welcome to my scribble sheet. I drew a lot of shit on here. Let's talk about the angle blocks only. First of all, before we get started, I want to show you something. See, these are dead clones, the one on the right and the one on the left. That's a view of the vice jaws. Face view, I call it. Well, let me describe it. You see this here? In a vice, you got a gap between the jaws, an opening. All right, where the screw is and all of that. All right. This view is if you put your head in that gap and the back of your head was against a movable jaw. This is what you'd see. You look kind of stupid doing that, but that's the only way I can describe it. You see it? I got multiple views of that. All right, let me start here. Of them angle blocks, I bought two sets that I just showed you, and I drew each one. You can see them here. 15, 20. These are the ones with the corner. You see them? I drew every one right to the size they were. That's the ones with the hook in them. This is the ones without the corner. You see them? Guys use these in vices, all right, to place their work on. Let me just give you an example, okay? Here's a 30-degree angle block. You see this thing here? That's a rod stop. What they do is they put the angle block in and they push it against the rod stop. Then they put work in it, or on this angle. When they put the work on the angle, let me do this. It can slide down. If you're doing only one, not a big deal. But it's like pickup sticks. You gotta make sure that the bottom of the angle is at the bottom of the vise, and you gotta make sure that this angle engages your work. If you're gonna do a second one, you're fucked, because there's no way that you're gonna position the work on there and keep it where it is. You can keep this thing up against the stop, but you still got to slide it up and down. So obviously, this type of angle block is not the hot setup. So let me move over here. Now we got this type of angle block. You see it? It's got the hook in it. You place the work on a hook. Let me get this up there. I'm going to show you. All right? That's right in the center of the vise, right? And you can see that the little angle block straddles that opening. Now, if you move that angle block over, right, and it's a short angle, let me do this. I'm going to move it over and get a little obnoxious here to show you what I mean. Now you see, if you put this angle block in this position, right, you got an opening under the angle block. That sucker could, you know, if you put some work in there and you don't push it right, you're going to tip this end up, push that end down, and how do you put multiples in there? You understand? Let me put a piece in there just to show you. Here's a piece of stock there. Let me drop it in. I'm just elaborating. You see with the stock in there? How do you push that? First of all, you have to put a stop here. See, some kind of, if you're doing more than one, you got to put a stop up against this. You got to push down on that, push it over, right? Cumbersome. I don't think it's practical, all right? That's my opinion. I'm not a fan of these little short angle blocks for this application. For other applications, I have no argument, but I'm only talking about a vise. All right? Now let me show you what I think makes good sense, but I won't elaborate too much. Here's an angle block like the one on the right, but it's bigger. You see it? Here's the hot setup in the world that I live in. This red outline is the angle block that I'm talking about. You see this right here? That's a 1032 socket head capsule. You can see the little socket here. What you do is, obviously, you make your blank and you put that in there. Now when you put the stock in it, first of all, you can't slide this anywhere. That is fixed right there. You push that up against the edge of the vise, the head of the screw, right? And that sucker's fixed. Now when you drop the stock on it, right, you push down and towards this way. So now if you're doing multiples, that is the hot setup. You understand? Let me drop it down. Same piece of stock. This is apparently, you could dance that off. I just drew a theoretical line. That's what you want to do. But you can take the angle block out, clean it, put it back in, drop another piece on it. You can repeat this all day. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking for some comments. Am I out of my mind, or do you guys use these angle blocks the same way I do? I come from a world where I do this for money. I'm like a hooker, man. I'm working both sides of the street. Anyways, I'd like your opinion If you live in the same world as I do, how about laying a couple of comments on me? I'd like to know what's going on. I'm going to cut it short now. Hang on. All right. I'm ending it with the same message I always end it with. I added a little bit to it. Save the world, pay it forward. We all know what that means. This little visual here with the two hands, that means commit a random act of kindness. All right? All right? What's a random act of kindness? It ain't giving somebody $10 million. It's small things that make a difference. Over here on the bottom, a kind word can make somebody's day. A compliment, a smile. Smiles are contagious. Give somebody a thumbs up. Buy somebody a coffee. You know the message. Do unto others. All right? As usual, thanks for watching. Couple of thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. I'm out of here.